Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pokemon Yellow No Save Corruption. My name is Mizzlesticks. The idea of this run is to go from the start of the game into the Hall of Fame as quickly as possible, utilizing just about every glitch that we want. The only exception is that we are not allowed to corrupt our save file. So we set everything to fast, animations off, battle style is set. It's going to save us a lot of time as far as text speed. The animations being off will help us, and then battle style will keep us from getting those requests to change Pokemon between battles. So here we go, we're going to start the run here. And we've started the run. So we're going to mash through this text here. Try to get through this as quickly as possible. Text leads off just like any other Pokemon game, so we're going to name ourselves one character. It's going to save us frames throughout the entire course of the run, so that way we only have to see one letter pop up. We're going to name our rival MN and then a space. It's going to set up an item for our closing glitch. It's pretty much necessary for that exact name. It is necessary. So we're going to leave the house here. Standard fare, we're just going to leave, walk right past Mom, because who needs to tell Mom we're going on an adventure? We're just going to walk past her. And Professor Oak's going to stop us from going out in the grass. But instead of just taking us back to the lab, he's going to give us our first of 2 catching tutorials. So he's going to find a Pikachu here. And I'd like to say he's lucky, but I don't know if that's all that lucky. So he's going to throw his ball. He's going to get it. What a hero. So now he's going to guide us back to the lab because he wants to give us a Pokemon. Just like any other time, we'll follow him back to the lab. We'll get our Pokemon here. So his grandson's there as always. He's always impatient. There's only one Pokeball here. Obviously, we know what's in that Well, we don't know what's in that Pokeball necessarily, if you haven't played this game before. But his grandson doesn't like the fact that we want that one. He wants that one. So he's going to shove us out of the way, so we're going to have to go ahead and just take whatever we can get at this point. Because our rival's a jerk. So Oak's going to ask us to come over. He's going to give us the Pikachu that he just caught. Because the story wouldn't be the same without it. So again, we're going to nickname the Pikachu one letter, saving frames every time that Pikachu does anything. And we're going to start our rival battle. So the rival battle in Yellow NSC is pretty much irrelevant. It doesn't really change much if you win or lose this battle. Winning the battle is actually slower than losing the battle, because there's an extra precaution you need to take later on. So we crit the Eevee. I'm thinking like, okay, well, we could probably just make this a 3-turn perfect fight. So I don't get the damage range, but I get the kill from the Eevee, which gives us a perfect rival fight, leaving the lab here. And by losing the rival fight, it means a couple of different things. It leaves us with $175 less to buy items when we get to Pewter City. Pikachu will only be level 5 for a while, which means we'll be level 5 for when we get to the Caterpie at the end of the Viridian Forest. We'll be level 6 for the fight after that. Normally, if you would win the rival fight, Pikachu will hit level 6, and then in order to get to level 7 after the Caterpie fight, you need to kill 1 encounter. So, because we lost the rival fight, we don't have to kill that Pidgey. There's no way for us to get to level 7 easily without the experience from the Eevee. So we're going to head up to Viridian City. We're going to do what we usually do, what you always do in every Pokemon game. You're going to go grab Oak's parcel. So we're going to walk through Viridian City into the mart, and this guy is going to assume we're from Pallet Town, assume we know Professor Oak, and that we're trustworthy enough to take Professor Oak's very important parcel to him. But I'm a nice guy. I'm going to talk to the guy again, completely accidentally on purpose. So we're going to take the fastest route we can without walking through too much grass. So we're going to go down this way. Walk over here. we'll walk around the grass. If I needed to find an encounter, I might walk through the grass. But since we're not looking for any encounters to kill, we could just walk right around it. Saves us time if we end up getting an encounter in that grass. It's more of a safer play. So we walk behind Oak because our rival walks twice as slow as we do. So we want to save the number of steps that he actually has to take while he's on screen. By walking either to the side of him or behind him, he has to walk a couple less steps. Normally in like Red, you would just talk to Oak from the side, but because we have Pikachu with us, we need to talk to him from behind. If we talk to him from the side, Pikachu will be in the space that our rival's supposed to occupy, so we'll have to wait for Pikachu to move out of the way before our rival even shows up on screen. It's just faster to walk behind him. So we mashed through about 45 seconds of text boxes here. Get our Pokedex, our rival will leave laughing at us. And we'll follow him out the door immediately. There's nothing else we need to do here. We'll just keep walking. So we're going to head back up to Viridian City. We're going to just pass right through the town. Nothing else we need in Viridian. And we're going to get to our second catching tutorial because, you know, we needed 2 tutorials. So we're going to get up here to the old man now. Red and Blue, this guy wasn't mandatory. This tutorial was not mandatory. Pokemon Yellow, like Pokemon Red and Blue, Oak doesn't teach you how to catch anything. This guy doesn't teach you how to catch anything unless you talk to him. Yellow, they felt that because they skipped the tutorial in the first game, we needed to have the tutorial from the first game and the tutorial from the second game. So we get 2 tutorials, one from Oak, one from the old man. The old man fails because why not, right? So he's going to go walk away, and then we're going to be able to go past him. So because we lost the rival fight, we're going to grab this potion here. It's an extra backup strategy. Just in case we need to potion on the Caterpie fight that's coming up, since we're only level 5 for it rather than level 6. Also, we have a chance to die to the fight after that a little bit easier, so it's nice to have that extra potion. Not entirely necessary. So we'll head into the Viridian Forest. Now, Pokemon Red and Blue had a glitch to it where if you walked in a tile that had a flower in the right-hand corner, like the ones we just walked by, you wouldn't get an encounter in that tile. Well, they fixed that for Pokemon Yellow, and besides just fixing that little glitch, they were nice enough to triple the encounter rate in Pokemon Yellow. So instead of the standard 8 and 256 encounter rate that was that existed in Red and Blue, the encounter rate in the Viridian Forest is a 25 in 256. So you're talking about a 1 in 10 chance every tile to get an encounter. So it's triple the encounter rate as Red and Blue. Just to put it into perspective, Mount Moon is only 10 out of 256, whereas we have 25 and 256 here in the Viridian Forest. So it just gives you an idea, like, just how high the encounter rate is here. And most people remember Mount Moon as the nightmare land of Zubats. Now triple that. If you triple that, Mount Moon would almost be unplayable at that encounter rate. So we're going to start the Caterpie fight, and we're going to try to just get through this as quickly as possible. He can do a lot of damage to us with tackles. It's usually about 6 damage apiece. So realistically, it's a 4-shot, but we can't afford to lose this fight. We need to get through this fight without losing any money and without ending up back at Mom. So I get the Paralyze here on Caterpie, which is going to help me out a bit. It's going to make me outspeed him, which guarantees that he's not going to get an extra shot in on me before he faints. So you see, he knocks me down to 7. So I get past the Caterpie. We're going to hit level 6 off that. We'd hit level 7 in the run if we had beaten the rival and then fought 1 extra encounter. It only takes an extra like 9 experience from there to go to level 7 if you beat the rival. So we're going to try to get out of the forest as quickly as possible. An extra encounter here, so it's okay. We're still pretty well ahead. Just random birds. There we go. So we're going to leave the forest. We're going to head into Pewter City now. And much of the run actually happens right here in Pewter City. So we're gonna start by healing so we can set our escape rope point here. Because we're gonna need to do some stuff, and it's gonna involve us escape roping back to Pewter City, and just generally ending back in Pewter regardless. So we'll heal up here. Thank her for her service. She's a nice lady. We're gonna go ahead and leave though. We're gonna head back over to the Pokemart. We're gonna buy very specific items. First thing we're gonna buy here is gonna be 3 escape ropes. And they're gonna be 2 of those are gonna be used. One's gonna be an item placeholder, and then we're gonna buy Pokeballs. And I forgot I had lost the rival fight, so I have to buy 1 less Pokeball because we don't have the extra $175. That's okay though. 7 Pokeballs will do us just fine. So we're gonna go back into the Viridian Forest because I'm starting to realize like maybe Pikachu can't get through Brock's gym. And unlike Pokemon Red and Blue, where we have the Brock through wall skip, where we can just disregard Brock altogether, we kind of have to go through him. So we're gonna go back into the forest, and I think I'm gonna try to find a particular trainer. I know he's pretty helpful. This trainer is really cool. They added him for Pokemon Yellow. He wasn't in Red and Blue, but he gives us our setup for what we're gonna do as far as glitching this run. We're going to keep running away from encounters. We got to get about halfway through the forest. I'm going to grab this extra potion. I didn't really need to grab this one, since we didn't take enough damage to the Caterpie fight. It ends up just being an extra potion that I'll use on something, just to get rid of it. I need to have exactly 1 potion right at the end of the run. So we're going to keep getting encounters because the Pokemon just love me. All these Caterpies, they make me feel special. Love the Caterpies. Alright, so we're going to come up to our trainer here in a moment. And that's our new friend. And we're going to misstep there, a little bit of a misstep. So we're going to pause in front of him. We're going to set up a trainer fly, much like you would do if you were trying to set up the Mew glitch. That's going to take us back to Pewter City, and it's going to leave us with a nice little gift at the start of the Viridian Forest. But meanwhile, we're going to go and we're going to fight the first kid in Brock's gym, because I feel like Pikachu can take him. I have all the confidence in the world in this Pikachu. We're going to go ahead and we're going to win ourselves a fight. So we're going to fight this kid, and we're going to talk to him from the side, because we'll soft lock our game if we talk to him directly. And we are going to start this battle. And I always call him Buzz Lightyear, because he talks about light years from facing Brock. Oh, so he's got a Diglett, so we're in trouble. So I'm going to growl at him to try to cut his attack down, because he's scary. And he's going to just keep hitting us. And I figure if I keep growling at him, maybe he'll run away, and maybe we'll get into something that we can actually deal with. So we're just going to keep growling at him. Try to get his attack stat all the way down to a -6. Get his attack stat to the lowest setting it can go. So there we got 4, we got 5, and then 6 coming up. We'll keep growling at him because we're adorable little Pikachu. We're so cute. And now our growls aren't doing anything. So we bottomed out his attack stat. And there's nothing we can do to him, so we're just gonna keep growling at him. We gotta get out of this fight. So we're gonna lose to this Diglett here. And it would have been nice if he had crit. It would have made it a little bit faster, but that's okay. So we black out. I want to check where we're at. Oh, it's a Pokemon Center. Okay. So the reason we do that is because that's about to it's gonna do a neat thing with the event text marker, and that's going to generate a Pokeball as soon as we walk into the Viridian Forest here. Free Pokeball. And we're going to catch something a little stronger. Oh, you know what? I think this Gengar will do the trick. So I think we're going to go ahead and catch this Gengar. We got to weaken him though. He's a Gengar. He's spooky. So we're going to lower him down to right around 1 hit point, 1 or 2 hit points. And we're going to throw a Pokeball at him. We got an 18.04% chance to catch him. And we got him. First ball is kind of nice. So Gengar was pretty good to us. So we're gonna nickname him 1 letter as well, just because saves on frames yet again. So now I need to get this Gengar experience, because he's only level 1. And a level 1 Gengar's not going to do anything. I'm going to waste that potion that I talked about earlier. We're going to go see if we can train this Gengar up to fight Brock. And we find a Caterpie. That ought to do the trick. But Gengar's only got Lick and Nightshade. So we're going to go ahead and we'll send Pikachu out. We'll split the experience. Just get Gengar something to get him going here. Maybe once he's level 2, we can deal with something. So we're not worried about the Caterpie. The only difference is, can we 2-hit it? Can we 3-hit it? Fortunately, we 3-hit it, and we paralyze it, so we'll waste a little bit of time. That's alright. So Gengar's going to get experience, and he's going to go to level 100. Cool story. We got a level 100 Gengar now. And to explain why that happens, so as we walk back, we're going to walk back to our buddy, the Trainer Fly trainer again. We need to set up one more Trainer Fly. But as I do that, I'm going to explain why that just happened. So, with Trainer Flies, the special stat of the Pokemon that you've last encountered before you face your Trainer Fly Pokemon determines the index number of the Pokemon you find in that Trainer Fly. So the special stat of that Diglett correlates to Gengar's index number. And then when we fought the Diglett and we growled at him 6 times, each of those growls lowered his attack stage by 1. Normally that would be a level 7 Gengar, but each time we growled him and dropped his attack, lowered the level of that Gengar down from 7 all the way to 1, with a -6 to attack. So now that we've -6'd his attack, he's level 1. Generation 1, level 1 Pokemon didn't exist. So the game treats anything that's level 1 as having negative experience. So now that he's got negative experience, we give him some experience. The game doesn't know how to handle the negative experience gain, so the game just kind of assumes you have a lot of experience there, and just throws you to level 100. It assumes you've got millions of experience at that point. So that's how we end up with an instant level 100 Gengar. Same thing as before, we got to reset our ability to talk to people. So we're gonna fight this kid again, but there's a difference. He doesn't realize we've got firepower now. So we're gonna just breeze through this gym and take out both of his guys. We're gonna go fight Brock. We're gonna, get us a gym badge. Let's go get us a gym badge. Kid gives us an explanation of light years, and then we're gonna go fight Brock. And Brock has no idea what he's in for. Hard work and determination are nothing when you've got level 100 Gengar staring you down. At that point, all you can do is watch. So he's going to send out his Geodude. That's going to get bodied pretty quickly here. Now, a lot of people ask me, why do we use Lick on everything? We could Nightshade things, and we won't get the chance to crit with Lick. The reason being is that every time we use Lick, we save frames as opposed to using Nightshade. So as long as we don't crit with the Lick, we're gonna save a lot. We're gonna save several frames on every attack. Now, if we crit, it doesn't cost us too much time. It's usually about 0.4 seconds. It's only a little bit of time. It's not too much. So it's worth the risk of getting the crits. Gengar's crit isn't all that high. It's worth the risk to take to just Lick and save the frames. So now we've got our Boulder Badge. We're going to leave Pewter City with our Gym Badge, and more importantly with our TM. Because we're going to be setting up our item duplication later, and in order to do that, we have to have 6 items. So we've got the Pokeballs we have left over, we've got our 1 potion left over, we got the Escape Rope left over, and we're going to get Brock's TM, as well as the Helix Fossil in Mount Moon, and the TM from Misty. So unfortunately, this is the part where where normally you would just red and blue, you'd walk right past all these kids. But since that's not an option, and we just need to crush all the hopes and dreams of these young trainers with our gargantuan monster of a Gengar. And you would think, like, all these kids are in line of sight of each other. If I was this kid, I would have just turned the other way. I wouldn't have bothered. I would have realized I was seeing that kid with a Gengar, I would have seen me with a Gengar and just walked away, I would have been like, no, you can go on past. I'm good. So this kid is the killer of runs in red, blue, and yellow, as far as glitchless categories go, but we're just going to Nightshade him. The reason we Nightshade him is because, as most people know, Lick does not, Lick is a ghost-type move, doesn't affect normals. We're going to get a Gen 1 miss there. We call it a Gen 1 miss because any move with 100% accuracy in Generation 1 has a 1 in 256 chance to miss. So we hit the lottery of bad luck there. So we hit Nightshade on the Rattata. Ghost-type moves can't hit normal, with the exception of Nightshade. It's weird. Ghost doesn't hit normal or Psychic, except for Nightshade. Nightshade doing a flat amount of damage makes it able to hit. It's always been a weird quirk. So Rattata's going to quick attack here, just kind of wastes a few moments. And we got the Nidoran here, and that's not going to be a problem. So that's why, as you see, I switch back to Lick after every normal type. There's no reason for me to continue Nightshading. It saves me menuing, but it doesn't necessarily save me frames. So we're going to walk back and reset Route 3 because we need to get the last out of our way. It's still faster to fight her 2 Pokemon and go reset the route than to fight the kid down bottom there who has 4 Pokemon and not have to reset the route. It's actually just a little bit faster. And we got one last trainer here on Route 3. This kid has a couple bug Pokemon. Again, nothing too concerning. Stuff that we've dealt with already. Caterpies, Metapods, you know, things like that. Things of that nature. So we're going to get him out of our way. It's the last trainer we have to deal with on Route 3. We only have a couple more trainers we actually have to fight. The rest of this is actually just walking. So we're going to dodge her. We're going to go around that. Luckily, we don't get an encounter in that grass. It's always nice. It costs about 10 or 11 seconds getting an encounter there. It's usually a Spearow. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to start Mount Moon. Or, usually I like to call it, the land of Zubats. So, when you head through Mount Moon, we're going to take the most direct path possible. There's nothing we need to grab in here. There's no trainers we have to go out of our way to fight. So we want to take the most direct path that doesn't put us in the path of any trainers, so we'll walk around her. And we make it a pretty fair distance before we get our first encounter, and of course it's a Zubat, because why not? Why wouldn't it be anything but a Zubat? It's Mount Moon, it's a cave. Zubats live here. So we're going to keep going, we're going to go past that ladder, walk past this kid, because we don't want to fight him. And find another Zubat, because, you know, Zubat. Insert Nightbat emote here. So we're going to go downstairs along this corridor, and it's going to take us towards the end of the cave. Find a Paris, that's kind of cool. Little Paris. Nothing too major. Just walk away from that too. Nothing in Mount Moon interests us till we get to the end. So, take the ladder. This is where I start getting wrecked by encounters. Fortunately, Mount Moon has a habit of doing this, where it just decides that you need more Zubats in your life. You always need more Zubats in your life. Come get Zubats. Because Zubats. So we're going to run from that. And we're going to take 3 steps and get another encounter. Because we're going to fall victim to the 3-step rule of Pokemon. So for first-gen Pokemon had a built-in rule that once you finish an encounter, you couldn't get another encounter for 3 steps. Which is nice, because if you get an encounter towards the end of a patch of grass or at the end of a cave, you have a 3-step grace period of not getting any encounters that you could actually just keep walking. And hopefully get out of the cave before those 3 steps are up. Unfortunately, we call it getting 3 steps because of what exactly happened. We took 3 steps and got another encounter. So we're going to come up here. We're going to fight the super nerd up here. Because we want a fossil. But more importantly, we want to move on. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in this cave any longer. There's too many Zubats. So we talk to this kid. He's found fossils. We want one. I want one. Give me a fossil, kid. No? Alright, I'm going to have to take one from you. I have Gengar. I don't think you're going to stand a chance of this. So, we're just going to get through this kid real quick. We're going to unnecessarily crit his Pokemon here, because why not? We have the power to do it at this point. And like I said, unfortunately, each of those crits costs about 0.4 of a second. But we've lost a chunk of time here already to just Mount Moon encounters. Just too many encounters. So we're gonna take the Helix fossil because it's the first one we can get to. We don't make the kid walk around us. It's just the fastest way for us to get a fossil. We're gonna go ahead and leave Mount Moon. And we're gonna get stopped by none other than Team Rocket. Ah, Team Rocket. Not just any Team Rocket, it's full-on Jesse, James, and their whole motley crew. The Ekans, the Meow, the Coughing. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think they were prepared for this. You know, Ash had a Pikachu in the series, and we've got a Gengar. Like, we've got a Hulk at this point. Get past Coughing here. It's gonna do it for Mount Moon. Finally through this nightmare land. We're almost to the end of the run. So we're gonna leave this vile cave, and we're gonna head over to Cerulean City now. As you see, lost a bunch of time in there. It's really frustrating, Mount Moon is. But at least nothing in there can kill the run. So we're gonna just keep walking past everything. We're gonna get into Cerulean City, and we're gonna head straight for the gym. Because we gotta beat Misty, guys. Come on. You know how this goes. Gotta beat Misty, guys. We're just gonna walk past him. He's a jerk. He looked at me funny. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna fight her first trainer, and all she's got is a Goldeen. That's nothing to really concern ourselves with. So we're gonna set ourselves up here for the next little trick that we're gonna do just before we end the run. And that is that we're gonna send Pikachu out to feint against Misty Starmie. The reason we're going to do that is going to become very apparent as soon as we beat Misty. We're going to be trying to get back to Pewter City, but we can't walk back to Pewter once we beat Misty Starmie, because Misty Starmie has the special stat that we need for the next Pokemon we're going to train her fly for. So there's only one way for me to do that, and that's going to be to teleport by dying. So Misty sends out her Staryu, we'll get this out of the way, and then we'll have Pikachu bravely tank the next fight. He's such a trooper. He really is. This Pikachu's been through everything for us. So he's gonna go out there, and he's gonna eat a water gun because he's a sport. He's a good sport about it. He'll get to be a star later. That's okay. So we'll send Gengar back out, and because Starmie is a psychic, we're gonna have to Nightshade that. That's gonna set our special value. It's gonna get us our Cascade badge, and it's gonna get us the special stat that we need along with TM11. TM11 is Bubble Beam, but that's completely irrelevant, because all that is item number 6. So if you remember from when we were kids, item number 6 is the one you duplicate. And we're not going to duplicate that TM. No. We're going to duplicate something a little more useful. So we're going to go in here to the Pokemon Center. We're actually going to put Gengar away. Gengar's done. He's done his work. He has wrecked everything he's come across, and he's going to take a nap. We're going to leave without him. So we're going to take a step because we have no usable Pokemon. We black out all the way back to Pewter City. So I'm going to take my potions, I'm going to move them to slot 6, because we're going to duplicate those. And every time you duplicate an item, you get 128 of that item. I need a stack of 255, so I need to duplicate it twice, but use 2 of them so I can sit at 255. and this is where we get our duplication done. If you have headphones, I would recommend turning this down now, because this is the reward for our special stat against Starmie, and it's our old pal Missing No. Slightly different sprite than most people are used to, but it's Missing No nonetheless. It's going to look like it's soft blocks here, but we got him. So we're going to send Pikachu out, and we need to take some damage from this, because we need to use 2 of those potions. So we're going to get Bind, and we're going to heal. We're going to heal a couple times, and then we're going to catch Missing No to complete the second duplication. So we had 129. After the 1, we had 129. We'll use a couple to drop to 127, and then we catch him to have 255. And he's caught instantly because the game doesn't quite know how to handle all of that. And we don't want to nickname Master Ball, but we're going to sit here and we're going to wait for our sprite to appear on the left-hand side of the screen. If we move early, we crash the game. We're going to come right up here, and we're going to move our items around into the item so we can get into the item underflow. We're going to toss our remaining Pokeballs. We're going to keep moving that cancel button up. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So then we're going to duplicate, or we're going to toss all but 2. We're going to move our stacks around so we get our cancel button up underneath it, and we can scroll past it. So now we set our rival name very specifically because we are going to grab this stack of TM26s. We're going to move that down to where this Great Ball is. Toss one of these so we can get our instant text speed. Change the text marker to 0. Just toss 9 from this stack now that we've moved it down here. And that is our warping tile to put us in the Hall of Fame. And timing stops when we've seen our Pokedex completion and the screen fades to white. So remember I said Pikachu gets to be a star? Pikachu is our lead Hall of Famer. He did it, guys. He got to be in the Hall of Fame. What a hero. And then we get our Rhydon from our Missing No. His name is Master Ball Antidote. Could be Master Ball Antidote, Master Ball on Map, Master Balder Badge. There we go. Scene 25, own 3, Pokedex rating is awful. But we did it, and that's the end of the run. Time is called. And there you have it. Pokemon Yellow, no save corruption. Time of 31:38, not too bad. It's a pretty good time. Real fun category is, it's been the category that I've chosen to run the most out of any category for any Pokemon game. I've put a lot of work into this category. I'm still plugging away at it though. It's been a lot of fun working on this category. I love having conversations with the people that route this about things I've experienced in the run. But just, it's a fun category. You get to see some really cool glitches. You get to overpower a lot of things with an over-leveled Gengar. And really, it's remarkable the way that our community has figured out so many insane glitches. We watched the Red and Blue NSC back in the Red and Blue NSC and the Catch 'em All run at SGDQ 2015. It's incredible what the hard work that people put into this, and it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be a part of it. So I want to thank you guys for watching this. This has been incredible. A really solid run. I'm very proud of this run. And hopefully I see you guys again soon. Thank you.